not educated, what are we? We're not a culture. We have no society. It starts with the teachers, because that's where the kids are. It starts in the classroom.
It's a near universal experience. A teacher at some point in each of our lives, helping to set the course of who we become as adults, both professionally as well as personally. Usually, it's not until adulthood that we're able to understand and appreciate the impact that these educators had in our lives. But even with this belated appreciation, teaching is a profession that is often undervalued by society at large.
Someone once, I was in a class and they said, the problem with teaching is you can walk up to anybody in the street and be like, hey, can you teach? And they're like, oh yeah, I could teach. But if you say, hey, could you be a doctor? Oh no, I can't be a doctor. Could you be a lawyer? No, I can't, Could you be a teacher? Oh yeah, I could do that. And that's the problem, I think, that people are like, oh, well, here, just babysit.
To teach, and to teach well, requires a commitment beyond the opening and closing bells of the school day. Yolanda Luna teaches English at Stockton Middle School in Chicago's inner city.
I want them to know they can change their environment. If you don't like where you're from, you can change it. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't or you shouldn't. Don't let anyone get in your way.
She's very generous. She gives up her time for us after school too. She teaches us more than language arts. She also teaches us about life and consequences.
You decide if you accept that or not, how you allow people to talk to you.
Kevin Brown teaches junior high Spanish in Orland Park, Illinois, an affluent suburb of Chicago.
I have to look at each kid as an individual. I want them all to know that every day I knew their name, and I always said hello to them, and I always said good morning, and I always cared about them. Because I think that the world needs more people who care and people who say please and thank you. And I think that in some small way I can help kids who maybe don't have that to start to be that way. And I describe.
He's one of the best teachers. He teaches the students so much. He teaches a lot of other stuff too, just like life lessons that we'll always remember.
Okay, it sounds like.
Will you remember?
Yeah, I'll always remember him.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite teachers.
Kevin Brown and Yolanda Luna, despite teaching students from radically different backgrounds, share a similar passion and dedication to their profession. They also, along with tens of thousands of other public school teachers, share another similarity, shouldering the majority of the financial burden in providing their classrooms with the materials they need to do their jobs.
A good portion of our income goes back to what we do in the classroom. All right, so now here's what we're gonna do. Sometimes you have to, throw your own money in to make it work.
In the United States, public school teachers spend an average of $1,100 each of their own personal money on basic classroom necessities. Nationwide, that adds up to over $4 billion that public school teachers pay out of their own pockets each year.
People don't know that teachers are paying their own way. What other business is there that you have to ante up to be a part of it? If I started here today and somebody said, well, you're going to have to buy a computer, you might need a chair, phone's a good thing, you don't have to pay for that. That would be really, really bad. We'd all be up in arms. But that's what teachers do every day.
But why?
Because they're underfunded. It's because they've cut everything back to such an extent that the teachers, they know that they can't cut their passion. They know that they can't cut them out from doing what's in their heart. And so teachers pay, because teachers know that they need the goods to be able to do a good job.
Sometimes we just keep going on with our lives and forget to pay back those people that really influence us. Teachers don't ask for much. Really, they want recognition first and foremost. It's like they just want a thank you.
Happy day made better.
Happy day made better. Like an apple?
A Day Made Better is one day where we go out across the country and surprise over 1,000 teachers with over $1,000 in supplies that teachers typically spend their own money on. So we do this all in one day, all across the country. We have over about 5,000 volunteers.
Volunteers that range from executives at corporate headquarters to store employees from all over the country.
All right, let's rock and roll, guys.
Our philosophy is we could do more than just write a check.
But right now, we're actually hand-delivering something to a specific person that was nominated, that's been recognized for all the work that they've done with their school, and they've been nominated by their principal.
It's going to be pretty neat for Mr. Brown, who is our recipient, to be recognized for the work he does, because a lot of times the only time you ever get recognized is when you get in trouble.
Recipients of the Day Made Better award have no idea that they've even been nominated until an Office Max team arrives in their classroom with a big orange box full of gifts.
The fact that I can just walk in there and hand something and see it right in front of us, that's just, I can't explain it. You know, just can't explain it, how great that feels.
Can we go?
It's neat to be instrumental in the life of a kid. It's neat to see kids come back and say, hey, you know, thanks, and, you know, I appreciate what you did for me.
I always tell them, you know what, when you're winning some award for being like the best lawyer in the country, just say, thank you, Miss Luna, for helping me get on my way. And I said, that's all I want.
Mr. Brown, we have someone to see you.
Good morning, Mr. Brown.
Good morning. We have a surprise for you.
Good morning. This is your special day. We have
You've been nominated for all the hard work that you've done in this school with all these kids.
We got everybody here.
Yeah, exactly. Like a whole family's here. This is nuts. Honestly, that Office Max would even think of doing something like this was amazingly touching. You know, it's just, what an incredible idea. Reaching out to the people who are really kind of shaping the future, you know, with kids. And it's something that's really not that common. You know, I don't really see stuff like that going on, you know, and it was to see Office Max extend a hand like that and really make my day, you know, make my day way better, you know, and really impact the school in such a cool way.
You know, for me, this year's been like, man, I've been doing this for a while, and then you get something like this and you're like, wow, what I'm doing really kind of matters, and it kind of motivates you to be like, I want to keep doing what I'm doing because it matters.
Miss Luna, all my years here, I have to say that you're the best teacher ever.
With all the years I've worked with this company, this by far is the most gratifying thing that I've ever done. It's unbelievable. You know, I know when you give, you're always...
In the face of daunting economic reality, a small, simple gesture.
It's so much more than that, really, because everybody feels good when they're recognized, I think. Other teachers saw that and realized that it is important to go above and beyond. And I think she inspired a lot of people to do the best they can, and every little bit helps.
And has positive effects far beyond simple dollars and cents.
Many of these kids will be the first kids to graduate high school ever in a family. So you're changing not just their lives, but the course of maybe history for their family.
Going back to the idea of, you know, a small group of people with determined minds can make a huge difference. Office Max shedding a light on the idea that, wow, billions of dollars are just coming out of teachers' pockets just to support their classrooms, you know, is a big problem.
It truly is a movement. It truly is something that goes beyond just, you know, this one day. It isn't our day to feel good and then we go away. You know, that it's truly, it's about a huge issue in our culture, and that's why we're doing it. The best thing that happened is that we didn't have to do this at all, that we wiped out the problem. You know, kids would go to school and then there'd be paper for them and pencils and things so they could learn, you know. That would be a great day.